watching me, good morning, good evening to my viewers all over the world. It's official Bene on today's program with Doctor. She is in India, so good evening, good afternoon to my Indian friends. Doctor, why are women easily depressed, please?
Good evening, official. How are you?
I'm doing good, Doctor. I love your shirt.
Thank you. Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me on board with you.
Okay.
There are certain factors which are very, very important to be considered that why women are easily depressed or what causes which leads women to a depression. And the first, of course, the first cause of depression in women is the hormonal imbalance and which coincides with the reproductive years of a woman, that is between the ages of 24 to 45 years of age. So this is the age of the reproductive years of a woman. Therefore hormonal differences are very much high in this age group. So this is the first thing, because certain hormones get into the neurotransmitter systems, and therefore there is mood disorders, anger, causes of anger in the depression cause this causes to the woman. But the awareness, if we give this awareness to our parents, and if we give this major awareness to all our parents, and of course to our girls, this would help. So the first is the hormonal imbalance. Second, of course, the major factor which causes depression is the socialization differences. Now, there are some women generally are more caring, nurturing, and sensitive because of their roles and because of their functions. But there are, of course, some women who possess mental toughness and who are outgoing. But then there are housewives, homemakers who really feel sometimes that they are devalued by their society. The women who are working or who's a corporate working into the corporate sector may also face sometimes a gender inequality or a social discrimination or low social status. So these are certain factors. So most of the time, women, either she's a housewife or in a corporate sector, have this internal conflict of her role as a mother, as a wife, as a work, or what are the gender roles. So most of the time she is unaware about her roles and responsibilities. So even this is one of the factor. The third factor is, of course, the coping styles. Now, there are many coping styles which help women to learn to let go and to move on for the next, So, prioritize your work. Of course, generally, women tend to respond more with an emotion. So, how do women respond? How do women solve the problem? Or if there are certain women who also considers a problem as a challenge or an opportunity to grow, to transform, to develop. So, this is also an important aspect which needs to identify. Of course, then there comes with it the exercise, the diet, the race, the cultural differences. These are also compounding influences which also are some or the other cause of depression. But the major causes of depression are sadness or loss of interest or feeling alone. There is nobody around, a woman always feeling sad, and she also you loses interest in doing anything new or trying some new activities. So it's very, very important when you come across such women, spend time with her, talk to her, listen to her, what is she trying to say or what is she trying to express her feelings. Because most of the time when women come and share her feelings, you come to know what is the cause of the depression. And once when you identify the actual cause of depression, it is easy for us to give a proper solution which helps a woman to come out of this situation faster, to live a magnificent life, and to also focus on the positive aspects of life. Life is a blessing, it has many richness and abundance to enjoy. But you also need intellectual participation in life, because intellectual participation in life will lead to a blissful celebration, which is very, very important to have a blissful celebration of life in our time.
All right, doctor. So, doctor, is it possible for a single lady to get depressed?
Of course, depends on what are the factors which are hindering her. Of course, she is, if she's staying alone, there is nobody to share, or there is nobody, who could understand her. Because the major focus of depression is, when you don't have somebody to talk to, or when you don't have somebody to share your feelings, to share your goodness, or to share even your misery with you. So the person, who is always alone or lonely, and who is always, there is no one around, is of course triggered the most.
So, are you trying to tell us that it's not good to be alone? You have to always be with people, doctor.
It's not necessary with people. Either you have to be engaged with people, or either you have to be engaged with any activities such as art and craft, such as music, because we all know that empty vessels make more noise. Now this is the same with the brain. When the brain is empty, you don't have any activity to be engaged, you might be triggered, or you might be get caught up into that condition. So keep yourself engaged either in an activity, or the things which you love, the hobbies, which you really love. So whenever you feel time, or you feel that you have some time of idleness, see to it, that is why our spiritual masters have said, that focus on your thoughts when you are alone. This is very, very important. So you have to have an activity with you, or you should enjoy your own company, because your body is the only thing which is going to stay with you all the time. So you should be your first love. So every woman should make themselves their first love is their soul. So this is
Okay.
the idea of connecting yourself with your soul, so you always have a company with you and you never feel alone. So you
All
should
right.